Hello and welcome to Magma Family Gaming. My name is Vincent and I am here with a box opening for Into the Inklands. This one was recorded a little before, so doing the audio now to kind of just fill in on what was going on. A lot of the recording that I do is at night, so I don't want to kind of be too loud in the house just because everyone was sleeping. What's cool is this is one of the openings that I don't think anything like this has ever happened before to me, where you're going to kind of see here with the first pack, which is really cool. But I'm really enjoying this set, Into the Inklands. The first time that we got to play was this past weekend, where me and my son had both gone to the tournament to check it out again. Our decks were only cards that included from set 1 and set 2. So it was a bit of a disadvantage, although we both were able to get close to, or got really close to. My son actually had taken a game, whereas I had almost stolen one. And otherwise, we both did go. Oh, and there it is. The Mickey Mouse Enchanted. Yeah, first pack. I wasn't sure. I almost wanted to end it here. I was like, you know what? I was like, I've already opened what I can. But I know that me and my son needed some cards for our decks. So that's kind of what I was opening for, was not just like stock, like stuff to sell, but also things to kind of fill out our decks as well here. Yeah, that Enchanted is gorgeous too. Like, I'm really happy with a lot of the artwork that's on these sets too. One of the other things I opened up to as well was the Sorcerer's Tower, which I did have a broom deck going into, or with set 2. And now into set 3, all of the other brooms that they have. Also, Tiana's, like, that one, again, amazing as well. As you can kind of see here, getting a Little John as well too. There's a lot of really fun cards though, like from what I've seen, and a lot of stuff that's really themed and works with set 1 and 2. I'd heard that, and I've seen kind of that most of the cards that were included in decks right now were more of the locations. However, we did end up facing someone who was using this Maui too. I'm actually really excited about using this Maui in a deck. He seems like he's going to be a lot of fun. And then of course, this location, was trying to think of something to do with it too, with Fang. The Warn Resist is just nice to have on characters, so not sure how usable it would be. But we did face a location-based deck during the tournament, and what was cool is it did use John Silver. It used multiple locations, and it was actually pirate based as well. So of course I forgot what the name of it was now, but basically the pirate ship that allows characters to move there for free. Like that, it was a really good fun deck, and that was the one that my son had actually beat one game, and then myself, I just got owned with it twice, there being another Magic Broom. This is probably the most common foil that I've got, was that Kit Cloud Kicker. I think I have like 3 of them now. It's been one from each box, as well as from a random prize pack as well. So, but yeah, the locations, we've updated our decks to include the locations. The broom one was upgraded as well, including this, and then along came Zeus to kind of battle some of the locations as well, and then using my own in it too. But otherwise, I think I was going to be building something that was more aggressive when it came to these. Vault Door, I also really like that card. I think that one's going to be going in at least one deck that I'm planning on putting together. Then here, another big hit in the Jafar. And then that's actually our second foil Starlight Vial as well too, in 2 boxes. Yeah, a lot of the legendaries, I believe, I've been debating whether or not, like, how needed they were. I know that the power level of them compared to the other cards is definitely much higher. So just having them in to kind of support the deck, or even to build off of, really. Like when you look at like the Grammatala, or you look at the Jafar, or even Ursula, those are the ones that you want to kind of use as like almost a centerpiece for the decks. But I know that a lot of what's cool is the commons and uncommons, or even uncommon and just rares. This one, it looks like a really fun one too. I wish he was a little more usable, the newest Rafiki. Can't see the hyenas like too much right now. I think there's only 1, maybe 2 cards. But I think that in the future it might be more useful, again depending on the meta. As you can see, more magic brooms here, more sorcerer's towers. These are really filling out the deck that I was using when it came to purple and silver. Or was that amethyst and steel, I think. That Hades Titan also, or the Hades, the Titan one looks really fun as well. I know that we got most of the Titans for it. I think I'm missing a few of the rares. So, it could be really enjoyable to put that one together. Especially some of the ones where he untaps, but they can't quest. And then there's another Titan where you can tap it to gain lore equal to it. Equal to the number of Titans. This one too, this Talisman, looks amazing as well. When it comes to the red aggro deck, I have actually thrown that into my son's deck as well so far. His is a lot of like aggro with Ruby, and then the yellow is more for healing right now, which I think that part's gonna kind of stay in there too, just so that he can kind of deal damage and then get it back as well. And I know there's a few cards in the new set for yellow we're really adding to that kind of feel. And then also to that giant, the silver one that doesn't untap. I feel like there was more ways to untap it other than just using, like, you know, paying for it on repeat now. Like that one, another really fun one too, what I just was talking about. Where that's a way to untap them. The giant plus the Maui, where you can pay to untap it too. Both of those seem like they could really be very aggressive if you can't get into the late game. And really start kind of clearing stuff out as well. Here we go, here's one of the Titans as well, the Stratos. We're kind of getting through the box here. Seeing some of the stuff that I pulled. Some of the cards I'm really excited about. Even that Stitch, the 3-1 with Rush. I think that one's going to be doing really well. And, like, even as a common slot for that aggressive deck too. I know there's some that, like this Ariel, that was trying to find a way to put into the deck, but it didn't seem like there was really the need for evasive, just because of how aggressive it is. Like, he does have a few evasive ones in there as well, which I might actually take these decks apart and kind of do like a little profile for them. Like, that could be fun as well. I've actually been really happy with the Peter Pan cards that have come out too. I think those seem to be, I don't know, have some good themes to them. McDuck Manor, that one is a really good location from what I've seen. The 9 health are really making it difficult to deal with, I feel like. And then there's the Grammatala, which plays really, really well with blue. And that was actually one of the win conditions for one of my opponents, where they actually, without that ability, they would have been one short, and they almost didn't see that they could trigger that ability and make it go off. And this one too, the Queen's Castle, even though this is kind of like a middle or later drop for the locations, it's such a good one, being able to draw so many cards. It kind of makes your opponent really have to deal with it right away. So here we are, kind of getting to the last stack here, the last third of it. Some of the stuff that I've been really excited with when it comes to this too. Honestly, like, it has a lot of good cards for utility that you can kind of put in there. Magicka Dispel. I need to still look that up to find out what like either movie or show that's from. It's not very familiar to me. So if you know, go ahead and put it in the comments. Yeah, cards like Voyage, even just the cheap ways to move your characters from one spot to another. There's the one Hyena I was talking about when it comes to Shenzi. And then another Hades, this one in foil. And honestly, the biggest hits here, of course, Mickey Mouse, the Jafar. And then I don't remember if I got one or two more. I think I got one more of the Legendary in here too. Another Talisman for the deck. Getting that one ready. This being another one of those Peter Pans I was really excited about. Double Peter Pan pack. I really do like that they don't have a like almost legendary rule yet in the game, just because they do kind of reuse the characters so many times. Like, I feel like that might make the game a little more difficult. Kind of thinking like the Final Fantasy TCG. And Rolly. And here we are, the last two packs. So as we kind of open these, thanks again for watching. Thanks again for listening. I'm glad that this game is really taking off. The local scene is really doing well. And there was just a Here's a Bella's House, but not Enchanted. And then the Jim Hawkins, which is another major hit too. When I was opening this, I really didn't know. But yeah, they just had a case tournament that had drawn 29 people. And then I know that Over the Top Games, which you can see on the playmat, they're actually having a store championship coming up on April 20th, which me and my son are already testing and getting ready to go to, especially after the changes. And then there is the John Silver, which is another big hit for this one too. So, thank you again. Here is a recap of some of the bigger ones that I got, the foil of the higher rarities. finishing off with Mickey. Thank you again, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.